is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
Hello, my skating people. It's me, Asher Hill, your host, back again to irritate your eyes and ears. But today, I think I have the remedy. Live in studio, joining me are world medalists, Grand Prix Final champions, Ice Dance Superstars of Canada, Piper Gilles and Paul Poirier. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. How are you?
Good.
It's been so long. We used to train together, full disclosure. But I've been loving everything you guys have been doing this season, particularly. And of course, we're going to talk about the Grand Prix so far, the Grand Prix Final, next year, holidays, all that little fun stuff. But first, Piper, you got married. Hello Magazine was there. I wasn't.
I know. I'm sorry.
But it looked like an absolutely beautiful wedding. Like, you looked absolutely stunning and gorgeous.
Thank you.
And also your guests. What was the theme of the wedding? Everyone looked fantastic.
Yeah, so the theme of the wedding was funky formal. I wanted everyone to wear that one outfit that they've been sitting in their closet for so long, or if they wanted to wear something absolutely outrageous and colorful, like, that was the place to do it. So I really, because we had technically already got married like 2 years ago, I wanted this to be like a celebration and it to be like about the whole atmosphere and like a full-on party. So funky formal was the theme, and people honestly like knocked it out of the park. It was great.
Although I wasn't there technically, I did lend my suit jacket to Marc-Andre. That's sparkly bump. So, you know, I was
You
there.
were there.
In
You were
spirit,
there.
in spirit,
I
of
love that.
of course.
I love that.
And you guys are also fashion icons on and off the ice. Paul, you have collaborations with, I think it's RW and Co. Is that correct? Harry Rosen.
Yeah.
Harry Rosen, sorry. And then, of course, Piper, you've always been a Disney girly, and now you're doing a Lululemon and Disney collab. How do these things come about for you two?
Honestly, like that one just came out of nowhere. Like, I was really only notified like a week in advance that it was like an unbelievable experience that I was like, I can't not do this, you know? So it did kind of go in between our weekly training, but we made it work. Like, it happened, and honestly, like, working with Mickey was probably one of the coolest experiences.
Is he very difficult? Is he a megalomaniac? Like
No,
everyone says?
honestly, I was saying like he's just a funny guy.
Wow.
A lot shorter than I thought he would be.
Wow. Are you gonna maybe replace Mickey with this one?
Well, no, he's got the height, I think that was.
We probably joke at least twice a month that she should go on ice partner search.
So Mickey might be my step in here.
I love it. You guys always keep it fun. This is going to be a really fun interview. We'll try not to go over. Sorry to my producer. But let's talk the Grand Prix season so far. Skate Canada was your debut.
Yeah.
And what a debut it was. Let's start with the rhythm dance, that now iconic Beach Boys program. Who came up with the concept? What is the budget for outfits? You guys are in different outfits every single time. And what I just discovered today, you guys are like also have scuba gear.
Yeah, there's more. Honestly, like, we were really trying, especially with the whole concept of the Beach Boys. We knew that in that era, everybody was living this California dream. Like, what is the California dream? And another thing during that time was Barbie. Barbie came out in '59, and I think she and Ken really encapsulated that whole world that almost didn't exist in California. So I think when we thought about doing something gimmicky like that, it was actually our choreographer, Alex Cranian, who kind of came up with some of the little dance moves, and we were like, oh my gosh, that's so Barbie. And then we had thought about doing a Barbie free dance, so it kind of was just like oh my gosh, like, what a perfect way to style it in the 60s, is Barbie and Ken, and just make it so playful. And like, I think what the fun part is, people think that those costumes cost like, compared to other costumes, like these are costumes. And our amazing costume designer and maker, she was like all for it. Like, she does a lot of stuff with World of Dance. So she's like, this is just like, it's Lycra. Yeah. It's like a bathing suit, legit a bathing suit. She's like, it's not gonna cost a lot, so like, let's go big. Like, let's do it. So she was all for it.
Paul, which one's your favorite of all of the outfits?
I don't know yet. I think we're still trying to figure
hard.
that. I think we're still trying to figure that out, and we have the time over the course of the season to perform in the different costumes, try them out, wear them a few times. So the first two competitions, we wore the costumes that were made first, so they're the ones that we had the most practice in, that we felt the most comfortable in. But I think as the season goes along, we'll really see how we feel about each one. But I like that they're also different from each other. They're not just like small variations on the same costume, like very different silhouettes, very different colors. And it just makes it fun for us. We've been skating a long time, and so we need to give ourselves those little things to look forward to make it fresh, to make it exciting, and to just kind of not feel stale for ourselves.
Yes. And speaking of fresh and exciting, you guys made waves with this whiter shade of pale free dance.
Yeah.
What is it about? Like, for me, it seems like almost like agnostic. It's about everything and nothing. And then, of course, the hole in your back. I love it. I absolutely love it. When
Thank
I
you.
saw it, I'm like, yes. A little, there's always controversy when you go out of the box, but tell me about the inspiration of the program and the inspiration behind the outfit.
Yeah, well, I think you're quite right. The program is very agnostic, and it starts with the song with kind of very nonsensical lyrics. You don't really know what it's about. It's, there's kind of, it seems like there's these people together and they have this kind of ambiguous moment, and you don't really know what it means, and they don't really know what it means. And I think the way that we've stylized the program, choosing to do a tango but not really make it a tango and not put it to tango music, and to wed those two things together just kind of reinforces that idea that it's something and nothing, and you don't really need to know what it is. I think we have left it very open-ended. We really feel that that's an interesting point of exploration. And I think more than anything, this program to me feels like a meditation in a way, where a lot of the programs that we've done have really had like strong characters and storylines and a specific relationship between us. This one, I feel, as I said, it's more of a meditation. There's no trajectory. There's no exact story. It's this blink, this moment in time that we're dancing together. And that's really what it feels like. And that's fun and interesting. And it's something that we haven't done for the last few years.
And I find that interesting because, of course, so many times in just human connection, there's times when you meet, but it doesn't mean anything, even though something even significant might happen, like dancing together, but it's just like, it's just an experience. So how are you guys trying to portray that emotion when you're skating it? What does it feel like when you're skating this program?
Honestly, I think as we've gotten older, we really kind of we skate our personalities, like we skate our truth of that day, like how we're feeling. And I think we kind of just get lost in the movement of this program. And I think we got really lucky to be able to perform this in Stars on Ice. And when we kind of went through the decision of making it a free dance, it couldn't be the exact same. But I think we captured that feeling by doing it in the shows. And I think by bringing it into a competitive atmosphere, we kind of already knew what we wanted to feel and how we wanted to feel during it. And I think we just let the skating show itself. And I think what's so special about it is very classic ice dance. We're in hold majority of the time. We're not hand in hand. We're not separate. And I think it goes back to the purity of ice dance and the purity of who we are. We express what we do, and we love that. And we just want to skate strong and enjoy the moment, which I think is quite fun.
And yeah, that ice dance purity is definitely reading right through the program. Of course, at the time, at Skate Canada, great scores, one of the highest, at the time, the highest score in ice dance at the time. But then Finlandia happened, started strong in the rhythm dance. Free dance didn't go as well. You've talked about this section of your program being your hardest because it's so jam-packed with different elements, the twizzles, the choreo step sequence. So what happened with that fall after the twizzles?
I don't really know more than these are the things that happen with skating. Funny enough, like I actually fell after the element was done. So I just put my foot down and it didn't grip the ice, and I just took myself out, and it was a really strange moment. And these are these are just the
Oh,
things
he
that...
did get me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, we were trying to figure out... Piper had all
I
these
have
like
these
mysterious
bruises
cuts.
and shoes on. Oh, it's like...
So we were trying to figure out what had happened and if it had come from that, but like we were both so out of focus when it happened, we couldn't remember.
Yeah.
It was just
any
like,
of
get
it.
up, get to the footwork.
Yeah,
Get to
the
footwork.
panic mode.
Yeah.
So, you know, these are things that just happen on the ice. The ice is slippery, the ice is inconsistent, and we're human, and you know, of course, we want to go out and skate our best every time and not make mistakes.
Yeah.
So, of course, it was a disappointing performance, but it's something we put behind us that we learn from, that we try not to do again.
Yeah.
I don't think it rattles our confidence at all. This is just a thing that happened, and now we move forward. We look forward to the next event. And
Good, because I was going to say sorry for having to re-traumatize you, but we're going to
That's
do it
okay.
for entertainment. There you go.
Did you enjoy watching yourself? I really don't like
I
watching
don't like
myself.
it.
I don't think anyone does.
I
Yeah.
don't like when people ask me, like, can we watch him? Like, when
No.
I'm not in the room. I don't like
When I'm not
Even
there.
when I skate well, I don't want to watch it really. but
Because you're like,
I
oh,
do.
look at that finger.
yeah,
My eyebrows are, enough about the psychosis of figure skaters. But you just came back from Finlandia, of course.
Yep.
You have just about over a week for the Grand Prix Final. This is your 5th trip to the Grand Prix Final. You've won this event before, 3rd last year. How is this one different, and how are you prepping for it? Any major changes to the programs? What's going on as you head to Grenoble?
You know what? Actually, not a lot of changes, which is quite nice for this year. But we have one lift that it's every year that we always seem to just kind of change over time because we want to again get the execution up, which is our last lift. We changed it between Skate Canada and Finlandia, and again, same thing. It wasn't quite right. We weren't ending in the exact same place, so we've made a little tweaks with that. But I think overall, like, you know, we gotta skate that 60s program. Like it's so different, it's so unique, it's so us, and it's winnable, and we know that. We just have to like enjoy it and get our power up, get our energy up, and just like hold nothing back. And I think that's what we're really looking forward to going into next week. It's just like, again, having fun and being confident, knowing that, because I think we can get so in our head of overthinking, oh, we got to get the turn, we got to get this, we got to get that. But I think there's something so pure about just being like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's just do it better,
Yeah.
make it better. And I think that's kind of like the mindset that we're going into next week with.
Wonderful. I really love that the Beach Boy program. I didn't think I would, and then I loved it. I loved
thank
it.
you.
Yeah. But of course, we're gonna talk holidays and traditions because it's coming up. It's holiday season. But we have to talk about after post-holidays, the 2025 portion of this season. It's a big year for Canada, big year for all countries, the Olympic season. This is how we set the Olympic team. So what are your goals and mindset as you head into Worlds to help Canada achieve those 3 Olympic spots? And of course, are you gonna be in Milano-Cortina?
The plan is to be there. Of course,
Yes,
we have to
yeah.
qualify. We have to go through that process just like everybody else. But I think it's really exciting. I think we're a year and 2 or 3 months away from the games now, so it comes really quickly. Even when we finished the off season last year and we finished our shows and we took some time off, we thought we're only a year and a half away. The time goes by really, really quickly. So, you know, that's coming fast, but it still feels like there's so much left to do in this season. But as you said, Worlds is really important. We want to go and be part of a strong team that qualifies as many spots as possible for the Olympics next year. We want to be a part of that. And I think for ourselves too, we just want to cement our place as podium contenders.
Yep.
So we want to make sure as we go through the rest of the season we have strong performances, we're performing well, and we just really show who we are and what we're capable of. So I think more than anything, of course, we want to go out and we want to win and we want to do as well as we can. But more than anything, we want to be able to make that statement that we're here, we're ready to compete, we're strong, we bring our own sense of skating to the table. And I think it's gonna be a really exciting year. Ice Dance this year, I think, has so many strong teams. It's been a really unpredictable fall in a lot of ways, and that makes it exciting too. That makes it exciting for us. So we also know, like in Finland, we have to bring our A game if we want to get the results that we want to have, and that motivates us.
That's good. Yeah, no, it's true because often in ice dance we felt it's like kind of a conveyor belt, like wait your turn kind of thing. But this does make it exciting and, keeping those top teams like you guys, which you are, like on your toes. But thank you so much for always bringing like creativity and you've been at it a long time and still sometimes like, I don't know what they're going to do this year. And I'm just like, okay, all right, I see the vision. I love it. Okay, enough about all the skating stuff. After the Grand Prix Final, you'll finally have some downtime before nationals. Yep. What are some holiday traditions that your family has? Let's start with you, Piper. And are you and Nathan creating any new ones of your own?
You know what? Actually, like we're not gonna go home for Christmas. Usually, I try to go to Colorado right after the Grand Prix Final, but with scheduling and stuff like that, it just makes sense to have Christmas off. So we're not gonna go home. But Nathan was like, let's try to do something that's our own new tradition. So I think we're gonna try to do some Vietnamese food on Christmas Eve. Like we're just gonna try to make something that we've never made before. So again, we could be eating burnt something, or we could be having something amazing. So we're doing something like unconventional, and then like a traditional Christmas meal. So so we're starting our own new tradition.
A little pho. Oh my god.
Yeah, we were thinking maybe a banh mi.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Have a good sandwich for
absolutely.
Christmas Eve. I don't know.
And Mr. Poirier?
Yeah, I just as much time with my family as possible. My extended family, we're kind of in a transition period where a lot of the people in my generation are starting to get married and have kids. And I have a very large family as it is. So I feel like more and more we're kind of more breaking off into kind of nuclear family celebrations. That said, I have 2 nephews and a niece. I always love spending time with them. So I'm just really excited to just have like a fun play day with them, spend time with my parents and my brothers, and just spend as much time with my family as possible. It is very hard, just with the skating season, with so much happening, with so much time on the road. It's sometimes really easy to just cocoon yourself because you feel like you need to conserve your energy and take care of yourself and make sure that you have everything you need in order to like train well all the time. So I think it is important though to like take those moments, put things aside, and just like really spend time with them as much as possible. So I just want to maximize that over our break as much as I can.
Absolutely beautiful. And of course, I've said before, you guys style icons on and off the ice. You stunned on us one time during the holiday season. Will we be getting something like this again? Can you make this a holiday tradition?
I don't know. I mean, we're always keeping everybody on their toes, so who knows the next holiday photo shoot we decide to do.
I say like an Annie Lennox vibe for the next pics. Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty slay. I would say.
Right? Bring it back.
Well, it was very much like, let's see how ridiculous we can be. I mean, that's something we do often.
Yes.
In the best way. There's more. I think I have like a whole folder of like, so if you want more.
Post them.
Yeah.
We want them. The public wants it.
The public is craving some holiday Piper and Paul.
Absolutely. At least me. You got my number. Thank you, Piper and Paul, for joining me. It's so lovely to see you guys. Congratulations on the season. Good luck. Good skates. Happy holidays. Hi, Deborah. And of course, you can catch Piper and Paul at the Grand Prix Final starting Thursday, December 5th on CBC Gem and streaming on CBC Sports. Goodbye, my skating peoples.